do that only, everyone. I'll tell you how I actually solve the question. Now, it's a 35 marker question, and let us check which question we are supposed to, which will be best suited for us. Okay, evaluate JPX current. It's 337. Evaluate JPX current corporate governance arrangements and explain why they are likely to be considered inadequate by the Chemco board. Guys, this is something that we did in the last class as well. Matlab, this is what we are actually reading about right now. 10 marker, correct? Guys, this question. This is what we are actually solving. So we are going to solve this question only, part A, everyone, where we have to evaluate the current corporate governance arrangement and explain why they are likely to be considered inadequate. So what I can see from the question point, it would be more or less the critical evaluation where there will be certain problems. Okay, let's start the question. It's a well-established listed European chemical company involved in research into the production of range of chemicals used in industries such as agrochemicals, oil and gas plant, plastic, and building material. Has to increase its international presence, means of gaining power, operate as a unitary structure. Identified JPX as a possible. What I'll do is everyone I'll copy it, paste it over here. Whatever points I feel are weak, I'll copy paste. Based on comical, JPX was seen by the analyst as a good opportunity for Chemco, especially as JPX recent protection had provided potential access to controlling shareholding through the. We have to identify JPX, okay, everyone? When the board of Chemco met to discuss the proposed acquisition, a number of issues were tabled for discuss. Bill White, Chemco chief executive, had overseen the research process that identified JPX the president. He was driving the present wanted Chemco board, which was to begin the valuation process with a view to making an offer to JPX process. So most of 75% of the share capital. Uh, I'll use it somewhere. I don't know where will I use this one, but I can use it. Uh, JPX board mainly comes of family members. Bill reported although JPX department head were all directors, they were not invited to attend the board meetings. Then strategy, I'll highlight it. He said, treated more like middle management by the upper tier of the board. and that important views many of may not being heard and when intelligence strategy. Or accountability was fundamental to public trust. Listen. Okay, now our answer would be somewhere over here only. So if I am just writing down this 10 marker question, I would have not read the below points. But just because for the sake of question, I'm reading it as well. We might get something new. Okay, that is fine. I don't think we need anything else, everyone. So now, did you notice, everyone, what I did? I copied all the points which I felt are important and I can use it in my answer. This is the best way of writing down your answer as well. You copy down the points which you will be able to use in your answer. Are you getting my point? Copy down those points. That would be the best strategy. Just make sure whenever you write down your answer, you have the points ready. Now I can start the answer, everyone. Okay, so what I did, everyone, I started with the family point, which we talked about in the very initial point, although it's not a very important point when it talked about it, but still, it's a has been a family show. Are taken by family members, department heads. Now I'll use this point. Okay, did you got what I tried, everyone over here? Guys, am I audible, everyone? What we did over here, we used one point with another point together. Correct? We used 2 points all together, which will give me a better answer. Now you might say, sir, can we put down another point over here? For example, this one. So that is fine, everyone. I'll remove this point as well. Remove this point and this point. On board of yes. Majority of the directors should be non-executive to ensure. What does it ensures, everyone?
Confidence among the shareholders.
Unbiased decision making. Is that fine?
Sir.
Okay. Okay. What else? Yeah. This point.
It should lead to risk management and
Sorry. Can you come again?
so it should lead to more risk. It will be more prone to risk and internal audit failure, sir.
Over here.
Also, the second point picture, the corporate governance requirements of QuickBooks.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting your point. Let me complete it and then we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay,
The
sir.
governance requirement are not as rigorous. But we are acquiring, correct? We are acquiring. We are a company which is in somewhere different. We are in Europe, European. Then over here, two-tier board system, everyone. Upper tier. Two-tier board works. So consequences. But in the case of JPX,
What is the meaning of two-tier board, sir?
okay, so basically two-tier board system is like whenever a decision is made, first of all, the lower decision will take the decision and then the upper board will approve it. So that is called as two-tier. Matlab, whatever decision you will choose, there will be another party who will checking that out. It's not like a little more decentralized, I can say. Okay.
So is it like the 4 lines of defense?
4 lines of defense. You could say, but there are two types of board. One is unitary board, one is two-tier board. Unitary board mein the top one management is there and they will be the one responsible for taking all the decision. Okay. But when it comes to the two-tier board, so there are two parties who will take up all the decision. It's
Okay.
not only one party will be able to take up all the decision. The major decision will be taken by two parties. Got my point?
Oh, yes, sir, I got it.
Okay. Now coming back, controlled by the family member and lower tier has most I guess we should remove this one. Correct. Or should we keep it over here as well? Because department heads, they were not even invited. Strategy. Department heads complete. Right. Taken. Okay. But in the case of JP, that is another issue due to not now. What's taken? Okay, now there were no non-executive directors. Does not have any board committee structure. Around. Appropriate time is given to different, what do we call that? The company and works. Since since most of the members of these boards are, what do we call them? Not executive, private. Okay, do we have any other points, everyone? It's a 10 marker question, please remember that. Okay, are we left with anything, everyone? If they, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This question was for how many points? 10 marks. So 5 points are more than enough, everyone.